want to go be a lifeguard girl. So after the lifeguard, how you gonna be a lifeguard and you can't swim? Hey, and if the beat lie, you know Lil Juke made it. Okay, y'all, tell me I don't sound like Meg the Stallion, baby. Okay, y'all, look who I'm with. I told y'all, the fabulous Gina Janine.
Hey, y'all. And I'm dressed like this because we're going to a 90s party.
But I think this dress is so gorgeous. I feel so pretty.
But anyway, let me try to get this hair together, girl. But let me say something real quick. So one of you gorgeous bombshells, the car good, they was like, who you with? Who you with? Claim your set. And I was like, Amazon, fool. Well, hello, everybody. I am Corporate Karen, and I am here with a message. Let the light turn green all the way before we start blowing the damn horn.
Back to my channel, and if you are new here, it is simply welcome to my channel. Guys, I am Rochelle, and we are obviously starting a new vlog.
I could be so good to you. 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 I could be so good to you.
Up, besties, it's your girl Sheridan. I'm back with yet another video. I know y'all see who I got with me. I know y'all see who I have with me. I am so overly excited because today we are having Faith It Friday with none other than the beautiful. Okay, listen, emphasis on beautiful, okay? Listen, I've never met her before, but I just know she smells beautiful. Okay, the beautiful, the very intelligent, and the home girl. We got the incomparable Rochelle Shaunelle. Y'all clap it up in the comments for Rochelle.
Hey guys.
Oh my God. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. So we are going to dive right on into these Faith It Fridays topics. We want to get to know these influencers and what it means to have faith in yourself, faith in your brand, and faith in your God. Okay, so Rochelle, question number one. When you were a little girl, right, and you dreamed how your life would be, what was your dream career?
My dream career was a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader, but unfortunately,
come on.
Yes, that's what I wanted to do. But of course, my mom talked me out of it. And so I didn't necessarily, my mom was a corporate woman. So while I didn't necessarily have a career path, I just knew that I would have an office. I would be in an executive role on the 21st floor overlooking the city of Houston, living in a penthouse. So I've always saw myself as a career woman, even from the age of like 5, because I saw my mom in corporate America.
Okay, that is awesome. Okay. So, and Rochelle gonna get that penthouse very soon. Y'all better pay attention and stay tuned. Okay, so you kind of got into this with question number one. Was your family influential in helping you cultivate your dreams? Okay, because some people come from families that are well off. Some people come from families that don't have much. And they are actually the first success stories in their family. So how did your background aid or hinder your success?
My background, my family was, I'm the village comedian in my family. So my family was supportive from one. I don't probably come across as a comedian because I'm very introverted a lot of times in social environments. But my family knew from the beginning, my mom, she was trying to push me to become an attorney because I am so well spoken. I speak very confidently and very powerful, and I'm also very knowledgeable, and I'm good at arguing in an intelligent way. So I can make you think that cotton, that toilet paper is made, you know what I'm saying, out of silk. I can actually make you, and I'm a Capricorn, so I can make you think that. And so my family had always pushed me, of course. My mom was saying an attorney and everyone else was saying a comedian. But of course, I went into fashion.
Rochelle, we see you as a comedian on your channel. If y'all are subscribed, okay. Like, I don't know if y'all see it. Yes. If y'all are subscribed, when Rochelle does her voices and imitations and stuff, especially when she gets to doing like that Jamaican type accent, I be on the floor. Do you hear me? So yes, we see you as a comedian.
Ooh, I am so sorry to interrupt this broadcast with our girl Rochelle Shaunelle. If you are enjoying so far, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. I did want to go ahead and chime in and let you know that if you like to start your days with prayer and positivity, come on and join us on the Life with Sheridan channel every weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Of course, this week I have not been on, and it's only because I was sick. But God heals, and I am back. So join us this coming Monday for When It Girls Pray. Love y'all. Now let's get back to Rochelle.
Now, you went from this corporate world, and then now we know that you are kind of, hopping back in to help the corporate girlies. But you are an influencer. I know you prefer the term content creator from what I saw in one of your latest vlogs. To me, you're both, in my humble opinion.
Thank you.
But the term influencer is very new. Please tell me your influencer story. What made you want to become one? When did you know you wanted to become one? Tell us your story.
I honestly did not have any intentions on becoming an influencer. What happened was I was working in corporate America. The pandemic hit. I was always that girl who was able to show up and get the job. When I showed up, when I showed up for the job interview, baby, it wasn't even a job interview. We was just talking about benefits in the day I started. So
I love that.
And I was always able to get any job. And unfortunately, when the pandemic hit, it was a new style, a new form of just a new technique in terms of how you were interviewing for jobs and stuff. And it was just different. And so I wasn't landing those jobs as frequently as I used to. And one day I opened a company, girl. I called myself being a loan signing agent. And I ain't like that. I spent so much money trying to get that business off the ground and I hated it. And then something just said, you know what? Give this company a year. And if this company does not work out in a year, get your cute stuff out the closet, get your things from the thrift store and start doing fashion videos. Well, I started doing fashion videos and the channel started getting some traction. But then I switched over to vlogging and people started to see my real personality because in my fashion videos, I am very prim, proper, buttoned up, fashionable, and very conservative. But once I started vlogging, everything just took off.
Yeah.
So I hope I didn't do
You did. That's how I came into contact with you. Okay. So I remember seeing you at the meet and greet for the Houston Dallas girls. So I remember watching those videos and seeing Rochelle. My name is Rochelle, addicted to rock, right? And then I followed Gina Janine. And so I saw you on Gina's channel and I was like, I love Rochelle's personality. And she was saying, y'all, I love Rochelle. I love Rochelle. So y'all did. I saw a few appearances on Gina's channel, but where I really got into Rochelle Shaunelle, now I had already subscribed from seeing you on Gina's channel. But I was watching a review channel. Okay. And they had this girl on here, this woman named Peyton Marie Charles.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When I tell you I subscribed and binge watched Peyton like it was TV. And I saw Rochelle Shaunelle on Peyton's channel and they had gotten together and was shopping. Listen, they were doing all the things I wish I could do. And I was like, let me watch Rochelle. And you are such a breath of fresh air. I want to give you your flowers.
Thank you.
Because the intelligence is there. The looks are there. Both your face as well as the clothing. It's all there. You have the full package. And I love your channel because it makes me feel like a girl like me could be a YouTuber.
You absolutely can. You are a YouTuber, number one. You are a YouTuber, but anybody can do this. And yes, let me have a moment of isolation. I want to thank Peyton Marie Charles and Gina Janine because they absolutely were pivotal in my success. When they would, the thing that was so awesome is when they would shout me out, baby, the girls was coming. But more importantly, shout outs are cool. Don't get me wrong, but it is even bigger when people come and they stay.
And
And
stay.
so
Yeah.
they have been pivotal as well as instrumental in getting my name out there. And they were my algorithm when the algorithm, girl, you could type up the Rochelle Shaunelle and you still trying to figure out, I addicted to rock at the time. You still couldn't find me. And so I'm so grateful for them because they were absolutely my algorithm, just like I'm gonna be your algorithm. You know what I'm saying? We have to be each other's algorithm until the algorithm starts algorithming. You know
Come
what I mean?
on. Yeah. Yeah. And I think it's so important because the truth of the matter is, and like I was talking about celebrities or whatever, YouTube is not pushing small influencers into the algorithm. You have to claw your way up. It's about creating those connections and not in an inauthentic way. Just literally, we got something in common, girl. I'm gonna follow you. You know what I'm saying? And not using people for their connections, but just be yourself.
Yeah. And
And
also not asking for shout outs like with Peyton and Gina. I never asked for a shout out. And one thing,
hold on, Rochelle. Hold on. You said that. I just want that to linger right here real quick.
I'm gonna and instead of me, let me expound on that, and I'm gonna put it in more of what I've seen as a very seasoned professional, guys. The reason why I say don't ask for shout outs, because what I have seen in my 2 years of YouTube, the girls that don't ask for the shout outs are the ones that you want to shout out. It's the ones that ask for shout outs that I've noticed, like, my girl, you haven't posted in like 6 months. What am I going to say? How am I going to introduce you? But it's the girls that don't ask for a shout out and you kind of end up liking them. And you go look and you be like, wait a minute, sis been doing this for a year. She's been quiet. She has been hustling. She's had her head down. She's been in the trenches. And also another thing that I've noticed, and I don't know if this is a commonality, but the girls that don't ask for shout outs, they work ethic is freaking crazy. Yeah. And I just think like that, and I've seen so many girlies that never ask for a shout out. And it's like you want to help them. It makes you want to help them because they're not in your DMs. They're not, and it does make you be like, man, I want to help her.
Yeah. And honestly, that's my story. I have never asked anyone.
No, you have not.
I have never asked anyone for a shout out, a plug, or nothing. That's why when I was cultivating Faith and Friday, I was so nervous because I never want to be seen as that girl. No. Never. And so I've created these authentic connections with people that I would have never thought. Literally, sometimes I turn around and be like, yo, I really talked to such and such. Like, it's authentic connections. And I think it's important to do that, period, whether you are in these YouTube streets, whether you are creating your own business, however, so people can feel when you are not authentic.
They can.
People feel that.
They can't. Corporate is a little bit different. You got to have a little bit of a hustle about it. You know, corporate is, you hustling your resume. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you're constantly looking for the next opportunity. Of course, you're going to have to be ready for your 30-minute elevator speech. But on YouTube, people can authentically feel like, I want to help this person. I want to help her. I want to pin her information or whatever. Like, people, and I'm just a giver. You know that I am a volunteer for Dress for Success. And I am I'm a big advocate for just women overall. And so I want to help the girls, but for me, because I am a kind person, it does put pressure on me when the girlies be like, can you shout me out? I don't get that anymore because I'm no longer on Instagram. So it actually is opened up an avenue for me to be like, girl, go follow this girl, go follow, because that pressure is not there. Because I'm gonna be honest, sometimes girls have asked and then I will do it, but then I will feel bad. It's like, guys, my bombshells are gonna go over there. She doesn't have a body of work. She doesn't have anything, but I will still do it because I like to be a woman of my word.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that for you. And I feel like when you do stuff like that, that's how you stay blessed. That's how you stay blessed. So the thought of being a full-time content creator is still a very taboo thing, even though there have been content creators for a while now. It's still very taboo. People still often suggest that people like you and I, although I do have another job, go get a real job. My question to you is, do you ever have anyone in your corner who did you ever have anyone in your corner who has boosted your faith in this content creator space?
Everybody in my life, because I still have those. So number one, because you are on your way to become a full-time content creator, and congratulations on becoming monetized. I did sneak up in the bushes last night and watch your live, but so congratulations. But yes, I started off full-time because I couldn't find a job. So I never was not full-time on YouTube, even when I was paying to make this happen. Everybody in my life, even now, girl, I still get jobs from companies wanting me to come work for them, making some nice money an hour. But when I think about what they're offering in comparison to what I make, is just not worth it. In addition to that, family is constantly reminding me, like, Rochelle, you're not going to get to where you want to get to if you go work for somebody else. In addition to that, it's like, you are so damn good at this. Keep going, because this is going to open up so many different avenues. So I will be very candid here and very honest, because that's the only way I know how to be. The only time I had someone in my life saying, get a real job, is when I was doing promotional modeling and I was getting booked for companies like Jaguar, Revlon. Is the guy that I was dating. He was a police officer, and he didn't think that working for Jaguar was a real job, despite the fact that at the time Jaguar was paying me $42 an hour to look pretty at a car show. Revlon, I was making a lot of money. L'Oreal, Revlon, Walmart, Target. I have worked in promotional modeling for some of the biggest companies. But I will be very honest, when I've dated guys, they did not feel like this was a real job. And so I've stopped dating, and I haven't had nobody tell me to go get a real job.
Listen, it's a word, because we really honestly have to be careful who we mate with. Like, who you decide, I ain't trying to preach, but who you decide to come into agreement and covenant with, that is going to determine your future. So ladies, besties who are watching this, be careful who you come into agreement with, and we'll get on that and make a whole nother video out of that another time. So tell me this. Tell me about a time when you had to bet on yourself. I think you already did with the pandemic and having to do YouTube. So was that I know you had to come out of the corporate world, got full steam ahead with YouTube. Was that a challenging moment for you to do that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I hadn't worked in corporate America so I think I started YouTube full time. Well, I started officially in 2021.
Okay.
I think I would have to go back and look at my community tab. But anyway, it was times where I would be like, I still have times when I'd be like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? I still have those times. It's not always easy. But what I had to realize today is that in this journey, God is going to give you exactly what you need. And it could be something so small, but that small thing is what you need to keep you going. So just a short little story here. Today, I received some glasses from a sponsorship that I have. And it just made me think about, I wear glasses, but after the fire, I lost my gorgeous Tom Ford glasses. Those glasses were upward of close to maybe 500 or more. And so what I've been doing is using the glasses from Red Cross, and we ain't thank you Jesus for Red Cross, but we're gonna leave it at that. Yeah, we're gonna leave it right there. But anyway, getting those glasses today, and how the quality, the frames look just like Tom Ford. The frames is giving Chanel. The frames is giving all of the high end, but it's something that small made me realize, like, Rochelle, God is going to make provisions and give you everything you need. So you don't need to question your journey. I was going to go back out and get those Tom Ford glasses again, but now with me not having the optical insurance, progressive lenses are a lot. The frame is a lot, $1,300 for one pair of glasses. Yeah. And look at God blessing me with 5 pair of glasses, and I'm getting paid for it. And the quality is exactly the same as what I was going to go get. And so it made me, something that little made me realize He is going to provide and give you everything you need. It may not be in the traditional sense in which you are used to, but if you are a good steward over the things that He give you, not only the money, but the opportunities, there is plenty of that there. And don't be boastful. Don't be, don't brag. You know what I'm saying? If you want to share your story, find a way to share that story so your audience can still connect with you and not feel like you're being boastful and that you're bragging.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. I love that. When you are a good steward over little, God blesses you with much.
You have to be a good steward over the little things. And then just even the way that the world is going. And now also, let me just share this, because I'm sure we're going to have a lot of content creator girlies out there watching. Guys, when you're coming up and coming in the game like I am, the months that's going to really be slow for you is going to be the month of July as well as the month of August. Those months had me like, man, these months are really slow. And then you're kind of like, men, like reaching back to companies like, hey girl, what's going on? And they're like, well, people aren't wearing wigs right now, sis. We don't know what to tell you. But that, me learning that, made me start reaching out even more. And Sheridan, my resources doubled just by me reaching back to those companies saying, hey, I know it's a slow month, but I can do this, this, and this. This is what I can deliver. I have this package. And another thing of when you start doubting yourself, girl, use everything you have to scratch and claw. And what I mean by that is sometimes these companies, they're going to lowball you. Well, don't look at it as a lowball. Put together a comparable package that's going to speak to that, what you consider to be a lowball rate. I do that as well. And then me just using these hustle tools, because I used to be a hustler. We ain't going to get into that though. I got a little bit of past. But
yes,
and being a hustler and all of the stuff I used to do is coming. Guys, you got to know that beyond the shadow of a doubt that what's for you is for you. And you got to know, it seems like the minute you this close to giving up, because I have literally been this close to giving up very recently. If you just listen to God and put the camera down, do whatever you have to do to decompress, I guarantee you he's going to speak to you. And God spoke to me the other day, because baby, Sunday I was on the verge of saying, you know what, I'm done. But God spoke to me and he said, Rochelle, your comedy is your remedy. And that's all I needed. For him to say, your comedy is your remedy. And so I came up with a genius idea of sometimes how to combat those not so awesome comments. That's not a fun skit. I am such a funny girl. I'm so fun and I'm so creative. And so when God spoke to me and said, your comedy is your remedy, I knew like, okay, you're going in the right direction. So you cannot, just don't give up, Sheridan, don't give up. It does get a little rough. You're going to have some times where your views are like, what is going on? And then sometimes you be thinking, did somebody put an APB out on me and say something? And even if you're thinking that, you need to immediately block those thoughts out and be like, nobody in this world is powerful enough to stop anything that God has for me. So if you want to spend your time doing whatever you're doing and you think it's impeding on my views, it's not.
Yeah.
You have to understand that God is bigger than anything that anybody can do. Because I ain't gonna lie, I be having them conspiracy theories like, all these girls, some of these non-bombshells getting together and you start thinking like that.
Listen, it's real. It's real. It's real. I have had, like, even with the monetization, and I'm going to do an actual recorded video of what the process has been for me. But even with the monetization, I have had so many moments where I kept looking at the watch hours like, how I'm still at this number, Jesus? This is the people at the YouTube and the Google, they is not adding right, because they said this video was this many hours, this not. And when I tell y'all, I was like, okay, I want to give up. I'm tired. Why would I keep doing this for another year without seeing anything? And so I'm so grateful. Number one, that I have the relationship with God that I have, that I know this is what God told me to do. So if I have a moment, I don't stay there. Ty Tribbett has a song out that's called Only One Night. If y'all have not heard that song, it's based off of the scripture that says, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. Mm-hmm. And he said, if you cry, make sure that you cry, but only one night though. Mm-hmm. Like, you got to get back up and get to work. And so that is one thing that I have been diligent about. And in the moments where y'all have seen me experience loss and all that type of stuff, I cry, I get discouraged, but only one night though. Let's get back up and get back to the goal. And so I am grateful. And I know that if God did that for me, he can do the same for anybody else whose idea is to be a content creator, influencer, entrepreneur as well. As long as your head, your heart, and heaven make a connection, just have faith and know that you can do it.
You have to have faith. And guys, you know, another thing that, and you've probably been experiencing this, have you been experiencing like, now wait a minute now, how I lose 2 subscribers? How I lose 1 subscriber? Okay.
Listen, what did I do?
Make you feel better. So YouTube sent out a email explaining that they're going to be deactivating accounts that have not been active for the last 2 years. They said that the transition would not take place until December, but what you guys have to know, this is the corporate Rochelle talking. So from a corporate aspect, companies never want you to feel what's called a shock factor when you are producing for them. We are producers we produce content for YouTube. So they don't want you to feel a shock factor because YouTube knows that there's TikTok, there is, I heard Facebook page, you have so many other platforms. So what's happening is, despite the fact that they prepared you for December, they've already rolled out that process of slowly starting deactivating those accounts. That is why you will wake up and it's going to say 1,647 fabulous best. And then when you go to bed, it's going to say 1,400, 1,640. You're going to be like, now what are the other 7 people had with, girl?
Yeah.
So that's not, so it is basically YouTube. They are purging those old accounts, but they are working just as hard and just as hard to get those people replenished back. So if you have been dealing with that, that is really what is going on. Because they don't want to hit you in December and you look up and you be like, no, wait a minute now. Because they know if they hit you all at once in December, you're going to stop bloggers. And they don't want you to stop bloggers. Yeah. So they doing it a little bit now until, December. So that's just, so if you did not know that, now you know.
Thank you. Thank you for that. For sure. So we are winding down. We're on our last few questions here. Everyone has their own relationship with God. Everyone who believes has their own relationship with God. How do you personally hear from God, and how do you cultivate this relationship?
I hear from God in my quietest moments. And I think he shows up in when I need him the most. In sometimes my most quiet moments, my moments of uncertainty, and the way that I cultivate it is just knowing, like I said, that I know beyond the shadow of a doubt, no matter what I think man has, I know that I'm God bodied. I know that I'm God love. And I know, I know who I am and whose I am. And I cultivate my relationship by just reinforcing the fact and letting God know that I trust you, despite the fact that I want to give up. I'm still going to trust you and trust that this is the path that you want me to take, no matter how painful it is. I know that, the pain is necessary. And even in the moments of the most pain, still trusting that he's doing what's best for me, even though it don't feel good.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. Give us a scenario where nobody but God pulled you out of this circumstance. Nobody but God did that for you.
It's too many of them. I mean, I would, the fire, there's no way I lost everything and got everything back and then some in 30 days. I lost everything on June the 1st. And had everything back on June the 26th, if truth be told. But a month later, nobody has been able to rebuild that fast. A month, everything back, apartment, furniture, clothes, back. And just the people that he put in my life, that helped me through that very, very tough time. So.
Wow, that is awesome. Just an awesome testimony. What is your advice for those who desire to become entrepreneurs and influencers? Now, she done gave y'all a whole lot of nuggets. If y'all have not taken that and ran with it, I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Okay. So So yeah, what is a tidbit of advice to entrepreneurs and influencers?
Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Understand the algorithm. Do as much research as you can. Understand that your numbers are going to change because it is based on a 28-day scale. So by the 28th day, everything that was looking like 5,000 is going to be kind of looking like 3,500, but don't worry about that because those stats are still there. Don't worry about losing subscribers because despite the fact that YouTube does do a sweep, guys, there's just going to be people who just going to unsubscribe. And whether they're influenced to unsubscribe or whether you didn't know you said something, accept that and accept the fact and understand that do you really want someone hanging around that don't really want to be around? Do you seriously? It don't feel good. Also, I need you guys to understand that a subscriber count, it is important, but it is just vanity. Guys, you can be successful and do this full time. I got almost 15,000 subscribers, and this is my full-time job. Full-time job. I worked in engineering for years. I make almost twice as much as I made in engineering, and engineering is not that girl to play with financially. That's some big girl money. So if I was able to double big girl money at 15,000 subscribers, you guys can do it. And if I can do it, y'all can do it. Just don't give up. That's the best advice. Don't give up. Get a buddy system. Get somebody that you can lean on. If not, don't wear them out too much, not girl. Don't wear them out too much. Just a little bit, but not too much. And then lean on God. Just do it. Just pick up the camera. Stop overthinking it. Just do it. And don't be worried about people saying, oh, girl, she boring. You boring. Don't worry about that. Because some people, don't worry about that. And if you don't know what else to do, girl, go on TikTok and look up some subjects. And just come talk about the thing on YouTube, girl. That's the best advice I can give. Just keep going.
Okay, y'all heard it from Rochelle Shaunelle. Rochelle, what can we expect next from you?
Just improving. I just want to get 1% better each vlog. I just want to show up. I'm trying to give my best work, and that's it. That's all I promise is just getting 1% better. I'm incorporating more music. It's tough because I am now creating my own music, whether it's me taking the stem out and leaving the vocals in, and then trying to finesse YouTube so I don't have to share my revenue. So it is challenging. I'm also trying to act pretty in traffic, and that has not been.
No, please don't change that. You cut some folks out in traffic is everything.
But I think more importantly, so since I've kind of transitioned and trying to, kind of made the content a little bit different, I'm so proud of my body of work. And that's important to me because what I don't want to happen is because now, for example, when my videos come up, you're going to be now in my lineup, especially with me endorsing your channel and so on and so forth. And what you don't, the last thing you want to happen is you watching me, you go to the kitchen to get a little snack and you hear yourself on TV and you embarrassed. Oh my God. And so I feel so grateful because I can never think of one time where I was embarrassed about my content. And so guys, if God blesses you to have the success on YouTube, guys, please use your platform responsibly. Please, because when you meet people, a lot of times when you give them your YouTube channel, girl, they looking at the video already. And you don't want to be in a position where you saying some crazy stuff and you're feeling a little bit embarrassed because you got to understand, guys, this stuff is everywhere. And that's what I had to understand. I'm being watched in the UK. I'm being watched in the Caribbean. I'm being watched all Canada, everywhere. So create a body of work that you are going to be proud of and start it soon. Start immediately. Don't get on the thing and be cussing and going crazy. And then 5 years later, be like, okay, I want to tighten up a little bit. But also be yourself though. Be yourself. So that's
well, y'all, I am so elated that I got a chance to sit down with the fabulous, the beautiful, the incomparable Rochelle Shaunelle. Y'all check out her channel. If you're not already subscribed, you need to be like me and become a bombshell. It's lit over there. It's lit over there. Thank you so much, Rochelle.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me and good luck with your channel.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good